I am in Saudi Arabia. We got history going down, right? Bellator versus PFL. Now, something very interesting happened. And this is hard to get away with, okay? But this was done so matter-of-fact-like. I've really never seen it before. Francis Ngannou pops on SportsCenter, and the Bellator versus PFL is going to be capped off with Ferreira taking on Bader. Okay, so PFL champion. Ferreira is a tough night for anybody. Ryan Bader, you all know, reigning Bellator champion. Tough night for anybody. Francis comes out, and Francis says, I'm going to take on the winner. And, I mean, I got to tell you, I respect that. I respect that because Francis does not know what he's getting into with Ferreira. Neither do any of us. Like, Ferreira is one of these guys that is growing leaps and bounds. You guys will, if you follow me closely, remember the analysis that I would give you of Tai Tuivasa. And my analysis was always, I don't know very many guys that can beat him. And I would join that analysis by telling you, he's not that good. Now, what I meant was, Tai is not overly skilled in jiu-jitsu. Tai isn't overly skilled in wrestling. Tai doesn't have a background in karate or taekwondo or a history in kickboxing matches. But he would grow so much in between fights because of that. And anybody that's done any sport can relate. What you will learn early on, the gains that you can make or the levels that you can jump in comparison to the last part of your career. You know, there's really nothing like it. So we watched Tai Tuivasa. I mean, Tai got ranked as high as 4 in the world. He should have been ranked number 3. They got him as high as number 4, but I tell you that because what a hard guy to plan for. Every time Tuivasa went out there and fought, he was so much better than what you would have studied in his film watching his previous fights. The same thing here goes with Ferreira. He's not a black belt. He's not a masterful. He wasn't an Olympic hopeful. He wasn't a golden gloves. I mean, I could go on and on telling you things that he wasn't. But he is, much like Tuivasa, one of the baddest dudes out there. It's just one of those interesting spots. But I bring that to you because for Francis to agree to fight him, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of guts. For Francis to put everything that Francis has right now, the spot that he's in and all this shine, man, he's all shined up. He's going to be even shinier by the time this fight comes around. I think he's going to beat, talking about Francis, I think he's going to beat Joshua. But whether he does or not, there's still going to be a lot of media and there's going to be a lot of attention on it. There's going to be a very big build, and his return to MMA is going to be a very sought-after event. So to put all of that potentially on the line against a guy in Ferreira, who the only thing you know about him is that when you fight him, you're not going to have known very much about him. He's gaining that much in between fights, or you're going to take on Ryan Bader, who is a stylistic nightmare. From the time they set that cage up in 1993 until now. A boxer versus an All-American wrestler? Come on. You saw James Toney versus Randy Couture. I get it's not the same thing, but I'm just sharing for you. Imagine being in Francis's position and saying, I'll take on either one. Francis deserves credit for that. That's a cool attitude. That's a cool move. But let's talk about the move. Because there is another way to look at it. Okay, imagine that you're Bader. You're the champion. You're the main event. You've been in there. You're doing the heavy lifting. Imagine you're Ferreira. You came through the season. You fought multiple people. You won the money. You got over on Ryan Bader, who most people don't even want to fight. You're getting told who you're going to fight. Oh, by the way, the guy that just claimed you has never been in there. The guy that has just claimed you has not done the sport in 2 years. The guy that he just walked in and said, I'm going to fight you if you win. You don't even get to fight me. You get to fight me only if you win. I don't think a champion's ever been told that before. I think that it's new. I mean, what an interesting response. And I understand that Bellator and Ferreira would both like the Francis fight. That comes with a big opportunity. Not to mention, Francis has already gone and looked out for his opponent in terms of the purse. Like, it is a, yes, I get to. It is a to quote Conor McGregor, a red panty night moment. But set that aside just for marketing purposes. Let's just say that Bellator comes out and refuses to do the fight. So I'm not going to fight for you. You don't tell me who to fight. I am the champion. I haven't decided you're the #1 contender. How would you be the #1 contender? You haven't fought anybody in here yet. It would be an interesting argument. I think that would also gain headlines. And I mean, the way Francis came in and made it as a statement, I am the #1 contender. Do not bring up the fact that I have yet to get in there with short pants and a mouthpiece. I am the #1 contender. And I got to tell you, this was very, very well done.